We are live. Hey, everybody. Guess what? It's Monday night. It's Monday night, so you know what that means. It's time for another Monday night dinner. How you doing, everybody? Hey, welcome. My name's Anthony. That is Stacy. She's over there. We are cooking live every Monday night throughout 2023 as we plan to write our second book. All We Do Is Delicious, a cookbook for those who are gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, and or dairy-free. Like, all we do is delicious. That's all we do, right? So here we are. We're gonna make tonight. What are we making? We're making like a lemon butter. Here's tonight's recipe. If you want tonight's recipe, just email us. Go to our website, foodasaprescription.com. You can send us a message, or you could subscribe to the website and get 6 free recipes right away. Anyway, we are making lemon butter shrimp with pasta. Oh, that sounds good. Is that what we're making?
Yeah.
We're making lemon butter shrimp?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds delicious. That's all we do. We make delicious food for people who need it. So let's get we already get our water is already hot. I started a little while ago. Oh, and while we're here tonight, we're also going to make that. Yeah, broth. We're going to make some broth. Broth, because we use homemade broth that we learned from my sister-in-law, Deborah, right? Oh, and before we even go anywhere, here's the song. We're working on the theme song for the show. You ready? Here's the theme song for the show. Let's turn this on. Ready?
Yeah.
Here's the theme song for the show.
Gluten-free, can't you see? That's a lifestyle for me. It's what I have to do just to be healthy. No soy, no corn, limited dairy. These changes made my gut so happy. No more blood in my food. Scientifically it up. I really bet I'm feeling so much better in my butt. People say it's hard, and I'm like, hey, what? You're sick of interrupt. When I first started, it was really hard. I was confused, emotionally scarred. But I kept learning. I never gave up. Became an optimist, half filled in my cup. I make delicious food, no, I don't need air. It's for my well-being. This is why I care. I'm not doing this to be on trend. I do it for my skin and my real red. Look at me. Everybody's happy. Mindset matters. Embrace positivity. If you want to win, if you want to succeed, hit the follow button and you learn from me. Gluten-free.
Okay, so there you go. That is the theme song we're working on. Now we will get to cooking. Tonight's glass is my 1972 glass, and it is featuring bourbon. And I will wear my all-seeing hat. Okay, let's get to it. So, first we're going to heat up this skillet right here. We're going to put some green beans in there. I've got my green beans ready a little bit earlier today. We're going to throw them in a sack. Want to get that hot? What's that, Stacey? Yeah, we'll put a little oil in there too.
I just wanted to make sure you had it to go.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Just a smidgen of oil. We call that a smidgen. You know, just want to have a little extra. The shrimp are going to go there in a minute too, so we want to make sure it's getting hot. While it's getting hot, I'm going to get out my ends, my Deborah ends. I need words for these things. My mouth doesn't work when I talk about this particular thing. It's homemade broth. It's homemade broth.
And it depends on what you put in it,
Right.
what it's called. I think right now we have some chicken bones in it.
We have 2 chicken bones.
So it's not veggie this time.
No, it's not straight veggie.
Chicken.
And there's onion skins in here and garlic skins, and sometimes I take off the ends of the celery. So the celery, there's some carrot skins, there's radish, there's some parsley in there. I love parsley. Parsley in the right places is fantastic. Anyway, I will start my new bowl. All right, but in the meanwhile, this now is going to get some water. So while I water it up, Stace, do you want to tell us a little bit about this thing? What's going on here?
What? This thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
You got to come on this side so you can see everything.
Oh, yeah, I was using my hands as the. What do you mean? What do you want me to tell them?
Well, where we learn it and kind of what we do.
From my sister-in-law, Deborah.
My sister-in-law, Deborah.
Your brother's wife.
That's right.
You just keep a bowl in the freezer. And anytime you are chopping vegetables or anything like that, you just put it in the freezer. You take the bowl out, you put it on the counter, you chop the things or whatever, you cut off the ends of fruit.
I put apple cores in there.
Yeah, I mean, anything that you want. You put it in the bowl in the freezer, and then when the bowl fills up, you do this.
Yeah. So what this is I'm gonna take about 8 cups and just cover
Cover
the
the
skins
top,
I have.
right? Yeah.
Right? Some of them float, so don't keep going. You gotta pay attention. Like you can't cover the ice. The ice is gonna float, right? So there you go. If anybody doesn't understand my accent, you can always send a message. I will try to clarify. This is a genuine New York Italian, comes from the place accent. So it is what it is. I'm gonna put this over here. This is all my skins in the water, and then we're gonna put it on a 10-hour slow cook.
Yeah.
And we will wait for that. After one 10-hour slow cook, I'll let it cool down a little bit. Then I'll do a second one. Hey, Mom, how you doing? What's going on? Come on in, Mom.
Jen Malik says hi.
Hey, Jen. I'm about to put the string beans in here.
Bryce
There we
Wade.
go.
Hi, Bryce Wade. I'm not sure if you want to in one of those shirts. You could take one. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So the beans are in. So now the beans are in. The beans are working. The pasta's almost ready to go in.
Ready to go in.
Yeah.
If I let this out, well, we can always put more.
Yeah. I'm gonna make that water hot.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So we got the beans going.
I'm gonna save them.
I throw a little salt and pepper on it. A little salt on the beans. A little salt in the beans.
Yeah.
Salt in the beans. Salt in the salt in the beans. Just before I started tonight, very good, very, very good, lifelong best friend of mine, who goes by the name of Cowboy Chris on the tweets. He is. I think he's Cowboy Chris on the tweets.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody's getting a new tweet name.
All right. Well, good to know.
He owns a restaurant. He owns a vegan restaurant in Florida called Seed to Table Vegan Eatery.
Eatery, yeah.
If you're in Venice, go check it out. The food is fantastic.
Oh.
And this is the thing. When you're eating like this, either gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, dairy-free, vegan, whatever it is, it's got to be delicious. As long as it's delicious, you will find a path to success. If there's all these things out there that taste like, it tastes like coffee. Yeah, well, if any food tastes like that, you wouldn't want it. But there's good food, there's good gluten-free food, and then there's not so good gluten-free food. There's good Italian food, then there's not so good Italian food. You know what I'm saying? It's everything. Everything has a spectrum. So that's why we're here, to help you have absolutely delicious food that's gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, and 99% of the time, dairy-free, because I cook for Stacy and I. You're giving me that to put on this,
I am.
right? And then I'm going to go cook time, 8 hours. 8 hours.
Well, now it's going to be less than that. That's all right. We'll turn it off.
Would you mind putting the pasta in there?
I thought we were going to get more water. Did you get more water? That's why you have the water on.
I'm going to get more water. That's my foot. You get a foot.
But,
Unless you're on Facebook. They take the whole thing.
yeah, I love it.
On Facebook there, folks, if you're on Tiki Talk, we have a group on Facebook called Being Gluten-Free Mindset Matters. And it does. Mindset Matters. Right?
I know. We're also live hackers.
If you think that this is easy to do or you think that this is hard to do, you are correct. Yeah? But let me tell you, if it's for your health and you go with the I think it's easy to do and you learn about it and you learn how to help yourself and be an advocate for yourself, not only are you going to have a much better experience, but you're going to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's sexy when you take care of yourself, baby. You got to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm going to take these beans and I'm going to whip them out, set them aside. So if you're on the Facebook, you can find us on Instagram or on the TikTok. You can find us on Instagram at Loca, Loca, Lo, like Locascio, Loca. Because before I was online teaching people how to make gluten-free a fun experience so that you have a better path to success, I'm a famous tap dancer. Like, for real, like a famous tap dancer. Not a lot of people get to say that. I was in a show called Tap Dogs. I'm the 34th guy in the world to do the show. Out of 84 people ever in the world to do the show. And I have my own company called Tap Life Company. If you want, you go to the tube of the YouTubes. You can look up sounds of a tap life. And check out our show. We workshop some material. There's 3 versions of it. But it's sounds of a #tap life. All right, so
Do you
back to the
add more
cooking.
oil there?
I would like a little bit more oil. So I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil in.
No, let that heat up.
Now let that heat up, and
Do
then
you want to do this?
comes the shrimp. Yeah, so basically, we're going to take our shrimp that are in a bag already, and they're going to go in the egg. All right, shrimp in the egg.
Do you want to cut off the top?
Cut up the top of.
The baggie or no? You good?
I'm trying to figure out how much seasoning is in there.
Right.
Because I don't want to get a bunch of seasoning in there. Okay, there we go. So, now the seasoning, we call that local base seasoning. It's basically, Stacey has some allergies to things like nightshades and stuff like that.
Paprika.
Paprika. So I make,
And paprika is literally in every over-the-counter box seasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
you
in a
need.
lot of them. So, I
Go me.
tried to make our own version of it, minus the paprika and plus some things that, also add flavor. To get, yeah, do it. To get a really nice, similar thing, but its own thing. Now, people with allergies shouldn't have to not absolutely enjoy their food.
Hey, I have a
It
question.
should be absolutely delicious. Yeah, what's your question?
Should you break the pasta?
Don't you dare break the pasta. Why are you messing with me right now?
Because I want you to tell them.
Don't break the pasta. I mean, actually, there is one kind of pasta that comes super duper baked and you're supposed to break it. That's the way it's made.
Oh,
This is not that pasta.
what is that pasta?
I don't know the name of it off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
I did not
know.
put enough
Find that
oil.
it's free. Oh,
So
do you need more?
I'm going to put a little bit more. And I'm going to come close to where I want it to be. Not exactly
You
there.
have to push it down.
Yeah.
But don't break it when you push it down, or the Italian gods will come after you.
Yeah, if I run out of garlic, I'm afraid the Italian gods will find me and ban me from the
Take
kitchen.
your Italian card.
They'll take my Italian card, yeah. So, if you're not familiar, we have a book called Food as a Prescription. Because when I say mindset matters, there's a lot of things that help us set our mindset in a way that made it very easy and fun to be gluten-free and to just be successful. Because changing something as fundamental as your diet,
Oh, when you've been eating that way your whole
that
life.
way your whole life, it's new, it's
And
tricky.
sometimes it's cultural.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't-
first of all, pasta was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
If I haven't mentioned that I'm Italian,
No, you're mentioning it
I'm mentioning it now.
now.
So I'm Italian, so kitchen and food is all really special, you know
We
what
need
I'm saying?
11 minutes on this.
Got it. And here's the message, right? When I started with the gluten-free pasta, I had to learn which brands I like. Not all brands are created equal, but that's not exclusive to gluten-free.
Right.
Yeah, not all brands are created equal everywhere, all the time, just in general, right? So you just move some of
And
your
everybody has different taste buds too. So
Yes.
everybody's gonna like something a little bit.
Sure, of course. Everybody's gonna like what they like. But what I learned is, depends on what brand I use when I'm doing my gluten-free pasta, and of course al dente, right? If you don't know what al dente is, don't overcook the pasta. You don't want any mush, right? So,
I like it a little more mushy than
yeah, but where are you from?
Canada.
All right, and was Italian food part of the culture growing up in Kansas for you in your life?
It was a restaurant genre. No, it was a restaurant style. What
Okay.
do you call it? A restaurant, like not chain or whatever, but like
You didn't have mom and pop.
no, like my mom wasn't.
You have people from Italy cooking Italian food in
No,
restaurants. in
but
New
I
York.
can tell you right now that my dad actually taught my mom a lot of how to cook.
Oh, really?
He made his own sauce. He also taught her how to drive. She didn't drive.
All right.
And when,
Whenever I'm by the sink, I can't be seen.
when my brothers and sisters were young, my mom didn't drive yet. So they used to ride with friends down the block because their mom drove. And whenever my dad was away working or at school, they would ask the neighbor to drive them to the grocery store so that they could go get food.
I didn't start to flip some of these. As I start, you'll see the color change on your shrimp. And as the color changes, you do the flippity dippity, you know what I'm saying? It should only take about two or 3 minutes
It
to
don't
cook the
take
shrimp.
very long to cook.
No, they don't. And if you overcook them, then they're not as good as if you don't overcook them. That's just a fact of life. That doesn't make a difference if they're gluten-free, soy-free, gluten-free. You overcook them, you overcook them. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Mara, how am I doing tonight? 2 thumbs up. So far, Nancy says 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, we try to buy wild caught shrimp.
We do buy wild caught shrimp.
These I got from the freezer section actually. They were already cleaned and
Ready to go.
just happened to find them at a nice natural market type of store.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Stacey and I talk about some of the challenges of being gluten free. It's not all butterflies and roses. Is butterflies and roses the same?
Sure,
It is. Yeah. We have to go to a couple of different grocery stores to get what we want. But I'd rather go to a couple of different grocery stores than internally bleed or have my skin opening up or acting weird. Or, it's still something I'm trying to work out. But overall, I went for 20 years of not having any answers and basically internally bleeding to, let's just change your food. Yeah, but what about the prescription drugs? Well, in your case, you just change your food and the thing stops, and I guess you don't need the prescription drugs. Well, that's good. Now, this isn't medical advice. This is personal experience that is shocking to the point that you want to share it with other human beings just in case they're going through their own thing, or they feel alone, or they don't know, or they're like, wait a minute, that's happening to me. Or I didn't realize that happened to other people too. So it is what it is. Do what you want with it.
If you don't have an Italian friend to come and serve your pasta occasionally, you have to get one. Oh,
Yeah.
no, sorry.
All right, so here's where we're at. It is Monday night dinner. We're doing the lemon butter bing bong. We're doing
butter bing
the
bong.
lemon butter shrimp with pasta on the side. We're also we're making the broth that we usually make. That my sister-in-law taught me. That broth is going to go in this dish. Matter of fact, stay
I
safe.
was gonna say, I
Let's
think
note
you're,
this down. Will you help tell me what to do? Will you read the ingredients? Not ingredients, or directions? I think it's time. It's time to start bringing things together.
add your garlic.
Great. Let's add the garlic in. Boom. Couple of cloves. Oh, in this case, we're doubling our recipe tonight. So 4 cloves of crushed garlic.
Half a cup of the veggie broth.
Here's that
Or
veggie broth.
self-made broth. Whatever one it is you choose,
There we go.
there it is.
Boom.
Now your butter. In this case, we are adding earthbound soy-free buttery spread. Do you want to wait till that heats up again?
I'm looking at it like maybe is that. Well, we have other stuff that we do.
Yeah.
So 1 stick.
Well, in your case, if you make half, like for 2 people, it would be half a stick.
Yes.
Okay, and then the juice of 1 lemon.
Lemon juice, fresh.
Well, this is 2, right?
Yes. Because we're doubling our recipe tonight.
And then for
We
thickening.
feed my parents on Monday nights because if you don't know the story, Monday night dinner comes from a mom thing. Hey mom, what's up with Monday night dinner?
Kid growing up, Italian families all met on Sundays to eat dinner together. I always felt my children, once they were married, they needed their Saturday and Sunday for their own families, whether they had children or just their spouses. So I said, stop, don't have to come on Sunday, but I'll make it easy for you. Come on Monday, and that's how we established Monday
night dinner.
There it goes.
And that's it.
Tradition was born.
And tradition was born, and an inside joke was created.
Yes, it was.
And you know what? I appreciate stories like that, especially at this point in like the history of the world and humans and America and all that stuff. It's like the family element. How grateful I am for the family element that I had growing up in my life, and not everybody gets it.
Hey, what are you adding to that? What is
I'm adding butter. You're talking about my thickener?
Yeah,
I was sneaking in the thickener.
yeah.
The magic. I was sneaking in the magic, and I wasn't saying it because my mother was telling a story. Maybe the
Yeah.
Italian boy. I can't interrupt my mother. What's
No.
wrong with you?
No, you can't interrupt her.
Oh,
I
crazy.
still have to ask you what it was.
Yeah, it was butter. Or actually not butter.
It was
It's earth balance.
No,
Okay.
arrowroot and water.
Go ahead.
It's arrowroot and water in a 1 to 2. So 2 water to 1 arrowroot mixture, just like you would use cornstarch, right? You're gonna use.
You better start because I forgot to start right away. It
Yeah.
almost gelled up in one
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. So you really got to be on top.
Yep.
After that gets to the place that you like it, we're going to add the green beans. Actually, maybe you should add the green beans so that they get in the middle part too.
And listen, it's cooking. You can't break anything. As
No,
my,
you can always come back, add some more broth,
Yeah.
add water, whatever it is.
and I might just do that. I might add some more broth to this.
Okay. Do you need me to get it out, or do you?
Yeah, this is ready. I don't want to thicken it any further.
No, I know. You need broth?
Yeah, I do. I want to put a little more. Hey, I still got you online. Don't worry. But you know what I'm saying? This is like real time live. So
Timeline.
this is real time live,
Timeline.
as opposed to that's what I want. There we go. So maybe steak and the recipe for this one,
Huh? Yeah.
maybe 3/4 of it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll adjust that.
Yeah, we'll change.
This the part of the reason we're cooking online right now is to really get our recipe down to what we want it to be in our cookbook.
Right. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, if you don't know this, we wrote a book.
Right.
It's called Food is a. Oh, that's the old cover. This is the special one. Hold on. I got you. It's called Food is a Prescription. It's up on Amazon. You can get it on a Kindle. Yeah, it's anywhere books are sold because we got an ISBN number. You got a mom and pop shop at home. You go get the ISBN number online and tell the mom and pop shop they can carry it in a bookstore by you. Yeah, and it's international. So it's an international bestseller, and we won an award for that book, which is kind of
Few
cool.
literary awards.
Yeah.
Um,
Great reviews. Anyway, and if somebody's watching now who knows about the book, we really appreciate the support. We're excited about the second one, which is why we're doing this online. Oh, if you want a recipe, if you want any of these recipes, go to our website, foodisprescription.com. You can send us a message there. You can go to foodisprescription@gmail.com if you want to request a recipe. We are on TikTok. And if you're following on TikTok, it's under my name, Anthony Locaccio. And if you want to go to the group, Being Gluten Free, Mindset Matters, come over there. I mean, I see people on TikTok, they're like, being gluten free sucks, blah, blah, blah. Man, if you look at this as it's a negative thing, that's how you're going to experience it.
Yeah.
And that's not the way you want to experience it because it's directly related to your health. And if it's directly related to your health, it's directly related to your well-being and to your mindset, right? So
you
it's
know, you want to
important.
feel good.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Yeah, you want to feel good. Food matters. Okay.
I turned this down.
This is ready. That's
But
ready.
even though that says that, I'm pretty sure this is where you want it to be.
Let's take another picture of the meal because, like, I'm talking to them. I was gonna try to be like, hey, let me do it. Let me do a TikTok while I'm on TikTok at the same time. But you know, you get caught up in the moment. But I think we're ready to go. All right, I'm gonna check the pasta.
Because I think it's where you want it to be. I know. That's why I did that.
It's perfect. Perfect. All right. So
I knew it was
Listen.
going to be what you wanted.
we're gonna have to get going. We'll be back again next Monday. We're trying to get this down real well. We have a microphone tonight. We've changed some lighting things, some angles. So if you've been here already, tell us if you had a good experience or what you like, what changed. I think that's it. I think we should sing our song and get this out before our pasta is not al dente.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready? One. We're out quick today. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. All we do is delicious. Cause delicious is all we do.
Yeah, there we go.